Imagine a world where there's enough food for everyone, yet millions go hungry. Farmers work tirelessly, only for their harvest to be discarded. Supermarkets toss out food that's perfectly edible. Welcome to Zero Food Waste, a podcast where we explore one of the biggest problems we rarely talk about and how we can be part of the solution. Food waste isn't just about scraps left on your plate. It's about wasted energy, water, and labor. Every year, the world wastes around 1.3 billion tons of food. That's nearly 1/3 of all food produced, and the consequences are staggering. Food waste contributes to 8 to 10% of global greenhouse gas emissions. While this happens, 1 in 9 people around the world go hungry. Nearly 45% of fruits and vegetables are wasted, and the global economy loses over $1 trillion annually due to food waste. We choose this topic because it affects everyone, our environment, our wallet, our communities, and we're connecting it to Sustainable Development Goal 12, SDG 12. Encourages us to rethink how we consume and produce. And to reduce waste at every level, it's about making smarter choices, not just for ourselves, but for the planet.
I used to think food waste was just about leftovers, but then I learned that supermarkets reject fruits and vegetables just because they don't look perfect. It's shocking how much good food is thrown away simply because it doesn't meet cosmetic standards.
Expiry labels are another issue. People see best before and assume the food is bad. But that label doesn't mean it's unsafe. It just means the quality might slightly decline. We're throwing away perfectly edible food because we don't understand the labels.
I've worked in a restaurant and I've seen tray of untouched food go straight into the bin. Buffet, catering even then service. So much food is waste. It's heartbreaking to see that happen while knowing others are struggling to eat.
There are several reasons why food gets wasted. We tend to overbuy and serve portions that are too large. Expiry labels are confusing and often misunderstood. Cosmetic standards lead to rejection of perfectly good products, and we lack proper system to redistribute food. It's not just about individual habits, it's about how the entire system operates. Let's look at the global picture. In the United States, over 30% of food is waste each year. That's about 408 billion lost and 1.0 million metric tons of CO2 released into the atmosphere. In the United Kingdom, household was 6.6 million tons of food annually, and 4.5 million tons of that is still edible.
In Malaysia, the issue of food waste is deeply tied to our sustainability goals, the Solid Waste Management and Public Cleansing Corporation, which is SW Corp, reports that we waste around 17,000 tons of food daily, which is likely 24% of which is still edible. During festive seasons like Ramadan, this number spikes to 20,000 tons. To combat this, Malaysia has aligned with SDG target, which is 12.3, which aim to halve food loss and waste by 2030. Initiatives like food banks, composting programs, and awareness campaigns are growing. Universities such as UNIMAS and UKM are leading the way with policies and on ethical sourcing, waste tracking, and sustainability procurement.
This effort reflects SDG 12 core mission to ensure sustainable consumption and production patterns. Reducing food waste is just about serving food. It's about protecting our environment, conserving resources, and promoting equity. Malaysia pushed toward integrated waste management and circular economy. Practice show that change is possible when institutions and communities work together.
So, learning about food waste made me reflect on my own habits. I realized how often I let food go bad in the fridge. It, wa- it was a wake up call. Now I check what I have before I shop.
I started planning my meals and buying less. It's a small change, but it makes a big difference. I even began composting at home. It feels good to know I'm doing something positive. And it's not just about reducing waste, it's about living with intention.
Change starts with awareness. When we understand the problem, we begin to take action. Every small step matters, and together, those steps create a movement. Zero waste recipes, food scraps becomes delicious treats, show how even scraps can be transformed into gourmet meals. You can catch it up on YouTube, guys. Food waste teaches us important values. It reminds us to respect the resources that go into every meal. It helps us feel gratitude for the food we have. It shows us our responsibility to others, and it encourages us to care for the planet.
I've started composting too. It's my way of giving back. I've also learned to cook creatively like soups, stir fries, smoothie, and it's fun and it saves money. Don't shell and spill a fish with food waste. Explore how even the most overlooked part of food can be used in delicious way, and it's on YouTube too.
We can all have one choice at a time. Think before you toast, plan before you shop. Share instead of waste. This small action add up.
I get creative with leftovers. I make soups, stir fries, and smoothies. It saves money and reduces waste.
We started a food sharing group in our neighborhood. It's amazing how much money can get saved and how it brings people together.
Even small action matter. Compost, donate, educate. We all have a role to play. Zero waste, big saving, secret to stretching your grocery. Offer practical tip to save money while reducing waste. The Champion of Food Waste podcast celebrate community heroes making a difference. Let's turn awareness into action. Every meal matters. Share this episode, start a conservation, and remember,
Hashtag stop food waste.
Hashtag think it's safe.
Hashtag SDG12.
Change begins with you.